This July, I decided to invest in peer-to-peer lending since the rates are pretty high and I wanted to give it a try. But what will be interesting to see is what's going on with the markets in the US and Europe, as Fed decided to raise the rates and also ECB did that as well. And some analysts are still expecting small hikes this year. But despite this, my portfolio did really well in July. Hello finance people, my name is Robert and I'm here to share my learnings and experience about personal finance as a European. So let's jump into my portfolio tracker and look at the stocks. In general, my stock investments did well in July as they are up by 3.9%. This is mostly because I have a good chunk of Tesla stocks and it has been performing exceptionally well this year, as my returns this year in total are 142%. By the way, just keep in mind that what I show you here is all just based on my opinion and this is not an investment advice. But if you want to download this tracker that I show you right now, then click on the first link in the video description and get it there. It's just a Google spreadsheet. So if I look at my portfolio a bit more, then you can see that Amazon stock did really well in July as they had just good performance in Q2, especially in e-commerce and cloud sectors. And just in general, my numbers would look better, but Nokia took a hit as they didn't reach their targets in Q2. So that's the biggest loser for me in July. Oh, and you might have seen that also the Chinese car manufacturer NIO stock that rose by 67% this month, but it's a bit deceiving because I'm actually down 66% overall this year. But I'm glad it's coming back right now. So if we take a look at my ETFs, they rose by 1.9% in July, and I only have VUSA ETF in euros, which tracks the S&P 500 index. And I'm actually happy to see that Wall Street is doing well despite the Fed rate hikes and the financial uncertainty that we've experienced this whole year. Despite this, ETFs are the biggest part of my assets and are the core part of my investment strategy for long-term returns. I strongly believe in euro cost averaging and investing consistently. Next, let's talk about crypto. My crypto investments stayed stagnant in July. Bitcoin dropped a bit, but I had a huge spike in Ripple. And since I have the biggest stake in Bitcoin, it shows in the performance, despite Ripple going up by 46%. But again, crypto is a small part of my portfolio and I'm not planning to raise it anytime soon. I'll stay patient for now and see if the crypto winter is going to be over at some point, or maybe I have to just sell out the whole portfolio. And by the way, if you want to see my previous portfolio updates, then click on this video banner to see the whole playlist. As I mentioned earlier in this video, in July I invested 2,000 euros in peer-to-peer lending platform called Mintos. And right now it's up by 2.8%, mostly because I got a sign-up bonus of 50 euros. But if I look at the stats in Mintos dashboard, I have an 11.40 net annual return. So I actually made about 8 euros in interest rate payments. Since it's been only 1 month, it's kind of early to say how is this investment going, but if I can reach 10 to 11% annual returns, I would be really happy about it. But there are some risks as the economy is getting tighter and some people might not be able to pay off their loans. And I'm curious to see how it all works out. If people don't pay, how does the Mintos guarantee work and all that thing. And that's why I invested a small portion of my portfolio in this, just to experiment how it works. And I decided to invest in P2P lending because I wanted to diversify and try peer-to-peer lending, as the returns look pretty tempting right now, and getting 10% returns long-term would be a great way to grow my wealth. So overall, I'm up by 2.6% in July, which means about 1,200 euros in gains, which is really close to what S&P 500 did in July too, which I use as my benchmark for my performance. Now, I don't know about you, but I have so many different types of investments and platforms I use, and it was really hard to keep track of all of them and also just how I'm doing month to month. That's why I created the tracker sheet you just saw in this video. If you want to learn how to do this yourself, then check out this video right here and I'll show you there.